One family, one people, one planet, one love. One family, one people, one planet, one love. One family.
Good morning and welcome to SoulCall Sunday. I'm Reverend Christie Hardwick and I am broadcasting live from Unity Village in Kansas City, Missouri. I am here with the People of African Descent New Thought Conference and getting my inner well filled up in order to share with you. This campus is 1,500 acres of rolling grass and hills and pathways and fountains, and it's been a real balm for my soul. What's so beautiful is right before we came on, the bells rang because here in Kansas City, it's an hour earlier than where the rest of people in SoulCall are today in Columbus, Ohio. So the bell rang 9 times, but it finished the 9th ring just as I came live. So you didn't have to hear the bong in your ears, although that's a lovely sound. So welcome. We're so glad you're here. Those of you who are sitting in Columbus, Ohio, and those of you that are sitting wherever you are and tuning in for this session of SoulCall Sunday. So welcome, and we begin, as we love to begin, to incorporate body, mind, and spirit together with Sifu Master Helen Yee and Qigong Master. Oh, I just either elevated or swapped you out, Helen. You became almost like I was saying, like a Sufi, Sifu Helen Yee for Qigong. And welcome, Helen Yee, live from Columbus, Ohio.
Sorry about that. Thank you. This is so wonderful having live music. It's really hitting my soul, my heart, and speaking about our hearts. Let's everybody stand in the room. Place our hands above our hearts, on our hearts, and feel the connection of that vibration. That vibration is your life force chi energy. Get connected to that energy that vibrates within us. Feel the breathing of the air going in and out, nourishing our bodies, connecting us to life. From here, bring your hands down to the Dantian area, the battery center, where we store that energy. Feel the connection deep into the center of the body. Feel the groundedness of the earth underneath your feet. Feel the sensation and the appreciation of the connection of all that is. From here, relax your hands down to the side and inhaling, bringing in all the chi, all the oxygen. Bring it to the center, hold it, exhaling out. Inhaling, looking up, exhaling, expanding your right leg, alternating your hands. This is called cloud hands. Feel that connection with your eyes to your Lao Gong, all the while emptying and filling your leg. Feel the connection of the fullness of the leg as you alternate the weight to feel that connectedness, the groundedness. Continue to focus on the Lao Gong energy point, balancing the hormones, the yin and yang energies that are within our bodies. From here, bring your hands down and opening the Lao Gongs to yin energy earth. So bending your wrists at a slight angle to allow the Lao Gongs to draw in the yin earth energies. Feel it coming in into the shoulders, intermingling with our own internal chi body. From here, relax the wrists, float the arms up, gathering sky yang energy from the universe, the universal cosmos, directing it into the Bai Wei, the crown chakra. And now from here, using your powerful mind's focus, imagining and seeing that golden light of Qi, directing it down into the central meridian channel of the body. Feel the fullness of all the Qi energy absorbing into the cells, feeling it going into the eyes, into all the different systems of the body. Feel it filling up the organs with the light of golden Qi. Feel it pushing out any kind of stagnation, any blockages. Feel it moving the different fluids in the body, moving the Qi through the central, all the different meridian pathways. Continue to relax the shoulders, relax the hands. Continue to bring this feeling into your day. Stay connected and happy Qi.
Thank you. Helen Yee, what a gift to connect mind, body, and spirit in the way that Qigong can. I find it such an enlivening and expansive practice. Thank you so much. Next, we would like to move into some meditation, but starting with some music from the beautiful voices of SoulCall. As you listen to this music, let the words wash over you. And they're inviting you to open your heart and to open it wide. And I suggest that wherever you are, even think about opening your arms. You just did the Qigong and move the energy. Open your arms and let that wonderful heart be vulnerable and open, and feel that expansiveness and feel the safety and the strength and the resilience that's in you and in your heart. Breathing in and breathing out, we allow ourselves to connect with the source of life and the all good.
Open
Beautiful meditation. Thank you. Thank you. We had those moments of silence in between to allow ourselves to integrate. Sometimes we're taking something in that's beautiful and we're listening and we're allowing, and then we don't get really a chance to let it settle into ourselves. So we allow for that meditative time to take the words inside and let them settle into all of your cells. Open wide my heart. Beautiful and simple, right? 4 words that give us pretty much the instructions we need for our lives. We could end and begin any kind of talk with that. Open wide my heart. May it be open. Yes. Thank you, voices. Today I chose an interesting, I think, anyway, I think that my title for my talk, which is Pack Light or Stay Strong. Many of you who know me and my wife Jane, we are adventurers. And any of you who follow the Enneagram, we are both 7s. So if you can imagine 2 7s living together, because the propensity of a 7 in the Enneagram, which is just an idea about if you were born under these circumstances, you're likely to have some of these characteristics, because we know we're made of the sun, the moon, and the stars, and they influence us. So 7s love adventure and change and pivoting and doing new things. So any of you who follow me will see me on the road in what we call Ginger, our RV, going cross country. We're going to make our 6th trip across this September. And then sometimes you'll find me broadcasting from Italy or someplace else on the planet, because I love to move. And fortunately, Jane loves to move also and explore and see what's out there. What's really interesting is everything that we do takes some effort. We have to pack things. We have to decide what we need to bring, especially when we're coming cross country. 10 days. Do we have enough food? Do we have enough water? Do we have all the things we need, right? And when you're going to another country, do I have the right paperwork? Do I have everything that's needed in order for this journey to unfold with as much grace and ease as possible? Recently, I was in a plane, and you know that thing where you love to carry on your luggage so you don't have to wait for it at the carousel, which is often late? Well, I was determined to carry on. And when we got to the place where I was supposed to lift it up and put it into the bin, I had packed quite a bit. So I was really struggling, using my muscles, using my legs, all those kind of things. It took 2 of us, and then eventually someone really kind just said, let me just do this for you, and shoved the bag up. But what came to me in that moment was, I need to pack a little lighter or get stronger. So I knew that I had to pack light or get strong. And I've decided to, make sure I get strong. But the idea of packing lighter also struck me. Both of those are equally important and good values, right? Did I really need all the stuff that I brought? Could I have tested out whether or not what I was bringing was something I felt like lifting? Could have done that. And what a concept. I'm only going to bring that which I am willing to lift and carry, right? So on a physical level, anything we're doing, you're just going over to a friend's, you're going to the park, you're going to the beach. I don't know about you, but we have one of those beach rolly things where we pack it to the hilt, make sure we don't have anything missing just in case we might want it. So here we are going to the beautiful ocean to get those ions, just lugging stuff. Once you're there, it's wonderful to have the chairs and the umbrella and the thing to hold your drinks and the cooler and all that. On the other hand, what would it feel like to pack a little lighter and to carry a little less? It's a decision we always get to make. On a physical level, packing for any kind of experience, we get to decide how much we want to carry, how much we want to lift. And sometimes we decide it's worth carrying this and dealing with this for the experience I'm going to be able to create for myself on a physical level. But what about the emotional level? We also pack things with us. I don't know about you, and I can't see into every room, but I would like you to raise your hand if you go into conversations with 0 expectations. I don't think there's going to be a lot of raised hands around the country and the world. We go in with expectations. We have an intention. We have a desire. We have a hope. We want the conversation to result in. And there's nothing wrong with having an intention, a desire, and a hope. But when we have expectations that are specific and long, when it comes to a member of our family, our spouse, one of our people in our constellation of friends or society, an event that we're attending, and we have expectations, expectations can be heavy. When you bring them into an experience, you need to lift those and carry those with you through that experience emotionally. What else can we bring in? Expectations, concerns, worries, even fears. Sometimes we walk into situations where we have fascination and curiosity. And just like anything else in the world, things have different levels of vibration and weight. Expectations, worry, fear, concern coming into a situation are heavier to lift. Fascination, curiosity is a lighter lift. So thinking about what you bring in emotionally, what is the emotional baggage, we like to say, right? That you bring into any situation that you're in. Did you bring anything in this morning? Did you bring in a lightness of being? Did you bring in fascination and curiosity, or did you bring in some concerns? Did you bring in some expectations? Expectations can be wonderful because a lot of times we can meet them ourselves when we have expectations of ourselves, but expectations on others can sometimes be a heavy lift. One of the things that I studied pretty closely when I was in education as a school board member, I was a trustee of a 30,000 student, 32 school district, and we were studying this idea of expectations. And it did turn out that teachers having expectations of all students equally was beneficial, because then they would expect that student to participate. They would expect something wonderful from that child. And that was beautiful. But their expectations were not of perfection. They were not of everyone being the same, but holding equal expectations for contribution was beneficial. It's subtle, but it matters. What if we walk into situations and we have the expectation that everyone will be the best self they can be in that moment? Does that feel light or does that feel heavy? If we walk into the situation expecting the person to meet all of our needs, expecting the person to say the words that we need to hear, expecting the person to do it right, it's a little heavier. So physically, what we pack and bring and carry with us, we want to make sure we really want to lift that and deal with all that. Emotionally, we want to make sure what we're packing and bringing into the experience is what we want to intentionally bring into the experience, and it's not lowering our vibration because it's heavy. And that doesn't mean we don't have difficult conversations. It doesn't mean that we're sometimes in emotions that are really challenging. When we're sad, when we're going into a grief situation. I don't know about you, but almost every week in my life and in my constellation, there's someone who needs support for some kind of grief. A loss of a physical person, a loss of their own physicality, an issue with illness. So when we go into those conversations, what do we bring? We bring a lightness, a love, and back to the chant, open heart. An open heart does not carry weight. An open heart enables and allows whatever needs to be processed to be processed. So we pack light. We pack light physically, pack light emotionally whenever we can. What about that other side, the get strong part? I need to do more upper body work because I want these muscles to be strong. My legs are pretty strong, so I use them to help me, but the upper body needs strength too. So I need to work on that because it's beneficial to have equal strength in this physical body, to be able to do the things that I want to do, to be allowed to do the things that I want to do through the body. So I will strengthen even if I pack lighter. Yes. Emotionally, what does strengthening emotionally look like? The way I see that is that you know clearly what's yours and what's not yours. So you are strong in your own presence and center. And even if there is anger coming your way, even if there's frustration coming your way, even if there are people who are feeling in a very negative way, it doesn't become yours. You stay strong and centered in your own emotion, in your own feeling place, because you're tapped in. You're tapped into that open heart. So we stay strong emotionally, and we keep it lighter in terms of what we bring in to any kind of situation. We've talked about the physical, and we've talked about the mental, emotional. What about the spiritual level? How do we pack light and stay strong spiritually? We just talked about it. The beauty of it is there isn't that much that we actually need to do in order to be light beings. We don't need to do, we need to allow, we need to open, we need to prepare, we need to connect in and remind ourselves of our natural lightness of being. With a wide open heart, you are going to come into situations vibrating at the frequency of love. And this is what we want to do our best to do whenever we can. We want to come in as light. We come in packing light. With just a little twist on those words, right? We don't have to pack light. We come in packing light. Yes. And staying strong in spirit. What would staying strong in spirit look like? Staying strong in spirit is, again, that groundedness, just like with your feelings. You know what's yours and what someone else is bringing into the room, and you don't have to pick it up. But we stay strong in spirit by recognizing our source and remembering who we are. Who am I? I am a child of God. Who am I? I am made of spirit. Who am I? I am one with life itself. I am the Christ consciousness, embodied as me, an individualized expression of the one. The I am statements we use are the way that we stay strong. We stay strong in our knowing. We might be physically being a certain way. We might be feeling a certain way, but we are being in spirit, being embodied in spirit. Take a deep breath. Breathe in and recognize your essence. Recognize that you are in the body of God. You are in the God stuff. And this body that you're in is not actually something that you're in. This body is in you. You are unbound. You are greater than this physicality that you need to center in and stay strong in. You are greater than the emotions that pass through your system. You are the expansiveness itself. You are in it. You are of it. You breathe from it. It breathed you. And you are lightness itself. So when I think about my original idea of packing light or staying strong, I say it's an and instead of the tyranny of the or, right? I need a little sip. Excuse me. I'm getting so enthusiastic, just making my voice go away here. The tyranny of the or. Either this or that. I can have this or I can have that. I can be this or I can be that. And. The power of and. I will pack light physically emotionally, and spiritually, I will pack light. And I will stay strong and get strong. Get strong physically in order to move through this life and revere this body. Get strong emotionally in order to stay in alignment with what's actually mine. And get strong spiritually by constantly reminding myself of the source of who and what I am. Pack light and stay strong, and your life will be unbound. Gary Lynn Floyd will share a beautiful song with us now.
Open your mind and unfold your heart. Relax your senses and feel every part. You ain't got a thing to fear. Looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down. Go deeper still until you come unwound. Unbound. Breathe every breath. Yeah. Release your cringe. Love without waiting, without waiting. Slowly unhinge. You ain't got a thing to fear. Looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down. Go deeper still until you come unwound. Unbound. You can stop waiting for love to find you. Look inside your heart. Love's already who you are. It's already who we are. So lift up your voice. Lift it up now, now, and let it be heard. Let it be heard. And tell me your story. Tell it to me. And don't leave out a word. Not a word, no. 'Cause I think I've been there too. I'm a seeker just like you. You ain't got a thing to fear. Looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down. Go deeper still until you come unwound. Unbound. Lay it all down, down, down. Lay it all down. Unbound. Open your mind and unfold your heart.
Beautiful. Thank you, Gary Lynn Floyd. Unbound. To be unbound. Does that sound good to you? to be unbound, untethered, unbound. Yes, this idea of packing light and being strong is something that applies to all of our life. As I mentioned, the body, the emotions, the spirit. And I just had a glimpse of the museum I went to in India that actually was housing some of Gandhi's things. And literally, he had, I think, 7 or 8 possessions by the time he left the planet. And most of them were things that were personal items, like toothbrush, maybe, things like that, a cloth, very, very little. And we think about how much we carry in our lives all the way around, physically, what we keep, what we hold, and maybe we can all be a little lighter in all areas to be a little more unbound. That's what I'm after. How about you? So thank you so much to everyone who's participated in this service so far. I want to thank Ben on piano. He is wonderful and backing up the singers and giving us beautiful music as we started this morning. And Aiden back in live stream, you don't see him, but he's running the show, and we appreciate him so much. The singers today, we had Dina and Janice and Lisa and Helen Yee, who sung and did the Qigong for us. Thank you, Helen. And all the volunteers who set up so efficiently every week for the people who are in person. We appreciate you, and we take nothing for granted. Everything is so appreciated that every person involved with SoulCall does, whether it is because you are part of the team in Columbus, Ohio, or you're part of our team worldwide and you participate with us. Every gift you give in terms of your presence is appreciated, and every gift you give as donations is appreciated, because we continue to do this work and broadcast and have events and support each other on this journey of life. So if you would like to give us a gift to help continue the work, we so welcome it. And you can go to SoulCallGlobal.org to donate and support us with a donation. Any amount is greatly appreciated. We're about to launch our food drives. Again, it's that time of year going into the fall. So you can support those efforts in addition to all the programming that we get a chance to do. So thank you for that. A few announcements. This Wednesday coming up, just a few days from now, August 19th, join Lisa and the SoulCall Kirtan chanting and meditation team. They'll be live at the Dempsey Event Center, and the address is on the website, Hyatt's Road in Delaware. It's 7 to 8 p.m., Kirtan chanting, and donations are welcome. It's going to be on person. I read it just as it's written. In person and online. On person, in line, yeah. So in person and online, Wednesday, August 19th. So you will be able to participate from wherever you are. And chanting is such a beautiful way of opening the heart. We started out with the opening wide of our heart, and this idea of unburdening ourselves and having it be a little lighter and being strong inside. And Kirtan chanting is a way of really strengthening that openness, and the vibration, and our chamber on the inside becomes stronger and more vibrant and resilient with all that beautiful vibration. So join them this Wednesday, August 19th. Classes are continuing. In the upcoming class, Lisa Ferraro is going to facilitate a class using the book, The Holy Science. You can get the book from the Self-Realization Fellowship bookstore, and the link is on the registration page. It's for those of us who desire to go deeper into meditation and open to more cosmic consciousness. This is the class for you. Tuesday, starting September 13th. So sign up now and get your spot. It'll be wonderful. Thank you again for all your donations as they're flowing in. We appreciate it. And we now have live music, and your donations help pay those musicians also. So we love to support the arts, support artists, support musicians. The food drive is coming up this Sunday, September 11th. So just a little less than a month from now. So we're going to ask people who are in the Columbus, Ohio area to drop off food for Sundays, or send a monetary donation so that we can purchase the food and prepare for the food drive. To date, we've distributed thousands of pounds of food, and we're just getting started. And it's such a beautiful thing to do. Food insecurity is something that we don't want any of our fellow people to experience on this planet. So if there's something we can do, even if it seems like a small thing, that we're doing it for this number of people, everything we do reverberates, everything we do vibrates, everything we do matters to the whole. So as you contribute to this food drive, whether it's actual food or it's money towards the food, you are contributing to the vibration of love and peace and compassion and giving in the world. That's the way we are able to help the world be a safer, better, kinder, more beautiful place, one person at a time. It definitely matters. So thank you for those who have already participated and for those of you that are moved to participate. And Lisa mentioned to me in the comments, I missed a person, Michelle Fott. I was one of the singers. I just was looking at some notes and missed Michelle Fott. So when I mentioned Dina and Janice and Lisa and Helen, Michelle Fott was actually one of our singers today. And I was looking right at her, of course, knowing that that's who that was, and didn't say her name. So thank you, Michelle, for all that you do. She's also was, before you saw us, she was setting up and moving the camera and checking things out and making sure everything was good. This is a team, folks, and the behind the scenes is really a beautiful thing. And it's all on behalf of all of us to be able to convene together to focus in our consciousness on this idea of open hearts. So thank you all again for your participation. Another exciting thing, because events are happening again, registration is open for Circle of Love SoulCall Retreat, October 14th through 16th, with David Leonard, who's a wonderful spirit, an amazing facilitator, Jack Fowler, a musician that you will also love, Natalia Zuckerman, who you've experienced so much through SoulCall, who is one of the real grounding spirits here at SoulCall, will be with you physically, October 14th through 16th. And Jesse Powers, an amazing musician and singer that some of you may have experienced before, but you don't want to miss. So what a dynamic group of people, David and Lisa and Jack and Natalia and Jesse. Wow. You will be fed and you will be lifted and vibrating in a way that you can't even imagine. And we're also going to have mandala making with Kathy Rausch. And I have experienced that in so many different places in the country with her. And it is every time a different experience, and every time something that moves within you that didn't know you had within you, those colors and the way that you decide to design your own mandala. So let Kathy be part of your spiritual practice. And I continually make them now, just even by hand, because she really taught us the way and the theory and the purpose behind the use of those lines and dimensions and colors. And each time I do one, it's different. So your soul will open. So imagine that. Speakers, singers, music, mandala making. Don't miss it. October 14th through 16th. Sign up and immerse yourself in experiencing this infinite joy. Yay. Now, what we would love you to also do, those of you listening and anybody who runs into this, is to like us on Facebook and share us. Let other people know what you have found. Now, you may feel a little bit like, I'm not sure I want to proselytize, or I don't know if I want to share what I'm doing, because they may not be into it. You don't know until you share. And sharing is something that's not any kind of, negative act. It's a positive act. It's saying, I have found value in this. I don't know if you'll find value in it, but I want to make sure you know about it. So when you're feeling like something is really good for you, then you want to share. And what's interesting is we will often share things around food or health, for example. Oh, this supplement works really well for me. Or I have found that eating blueberries in the morning is really great. So it's a lot like that. I have found SoulCall to be good for my soul. You might want to check it out because it might be good for yours too. So share us and sign up for the newsletter if you're not signed up, and also share the newsletter. I think I covered all the announcements. So we will close the way that SoulCall loves to close, because we want to remember always, and I know that Lisa, when she's in the room, does this with the whole room, but I don't think I can do that when I'm coming remote live from Kansas City, from the wonderful Unity Village campus. But I will say to you, wherever you are in the world, wherever you're sitting right now, wherever you're standing right now, whatever's happening in your life on a physical, emotional, or spiritual level, right here and right now, you are loved. Namaste.
Love be with you, peace enfold you, spirit lift you, breathe it in, truth comes through you, make good flow to you, let joy renew you, till we meet again. Love be with you, 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 peace enfold you, spirit lift you, breathe it in, truth comes through you, let God to you, make joy renew you, till we meet again. Love be with you, love be with you, love be with you, love be with you.
Namaste. That's it, folks.
One family, one people, one planet, one love, one